The last time we were on TV, we were doing the following. We had left South Africa and moved into Zambia on our way to Kilimanjaro. We looked for the hot spots, which included seeing 25 million bats before finding the ocean at Dar es Salaam. It became one of our favorite spots for many reasons, and that included the seafood. We then moved inland to one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Ngorongoro crater, where our love for this continent was officially sealed and signed. We moved into the Serengeti to spend time with the Maasai tribe. Our visit was really good fun, and Vivian became an urban legend after arm wrestling a Maasai warrior. Our mission was to climb the tallest mountain in Africa, and in true GNS style, did precious little training. We spent 3 weeks in a car getting there, and then simply had to start. But we did it. All we had to do now was to get back home. Taking the scenic route, naturally, this would become an epic of monumental proportions. We started in Zanzibar and spent some of the best ever days discovering the magic of this island. The weather, the freedom, and the atmosphere is unique and could become a regular holiday destination for me. It was here that we decided to drive from Dar es Salaam all the way to Swakopmund in Namibia just because we could, and touch the warm east coast and the cooler west coast. Vivian again changed her look, and we moved on across the Namib and into the Kalahari and onto South African soil. We had done 16,000 kilometers in 6 weeks and crossed 5 countries. We rested and were now ready to go somewhere slowly again.
You know that itchy feeling you get when you know it's time to get out of your dialing code and go somewhere? Anywhere. It doesn't actually matter where. As long as it's not there, that place where you are at the moment, well, it's about that time again. So it's time to hit the road. Now, the thing is, it almost feels as if we've done everything in South Africa because we've traveled this country north to south, east to west, and it feels like we've done everything. But in truth, we haven't really. There are many places that we often travel through, but we never stop. So maybe this time it's a good idea to stop in the little door piece that we've never had the courtesy to explore properly. But now you're thinking, that's not enough, really. Because the last time, what was so thrilling for me and the team was we went across the borders. We climbed Kilimanjaro. We traveled from the east coast of the continent to the west coast. So maybe that will add a bit of excitement at the end to cross the borders again. Nothing wrong with that plan, so let's do it. So we're going to start in Bainskloof, which is at the southernmost tip, travel across and go to Madagascar. And of course, I got myself a partner for the trip.
Yes, you heard right. A partner, not partners. And that partner was me, who would be known as Mr. Congeniality on this trip. Kazran, who was with us on the last trip, had become seriously ill and we had to move. I had just given up smoking and I was having a rough time with it, but I was here and I would do what I could to get through cold turkey and again take on the road and win. Good music, fair company, and a route that would surprise me, someone who's not easily surprised, would be my reward. We started with Bainskloof, an incredible mountain pass.
So the crew track has just happened. In the interior, the Zulus call us whites, English, everyone's killing each other. But here, in this little neck of the woods, an oak is building a pass. He doesn't care. Here, he's doing his thing. I don't know, I have a lot of respect for that.
How did he build the passes? With what labor forces?
Convicts.
Convicts.
Europeans, Americans, Hollanders.
Yeah?
And they also tried to, or they pretended to, I don't know how, they wanted to treat the convicts better than anyone else. You know, Britain at that time, Livingston had done its thing, so they're pretending to be nice to slaves and convicts. But we'll chat about that at the top.
Very much like it is today then. And who said history would teach us nothing? This pass is one of Baines's many, and it's almost like it was all those years ago, besides lately some serious structural damage to the walls that keep you from crashing into the ravine.
Believe it or not, there's a thing called the Friends of Baines Kloof. It's an organization, and the sole aim of those people is to try and preserve Baines Kloof in its original state. Now, normally I would think of these people as nerds, like don't have anything better to do, but I'm also one of the first people who complains when places like Baines Kloof isn't preserved. So what they're trying to do is to stop this incredible stonework from becoming more damaged. As the trucks go past this kloof, trying to avoid paying tolls on other roads, they scrape and they actually damage the walls. You can even see here how it's coming apart bit by bit. And it would be a terrible tragedy to see this incredible stonework damaged. So, Baines Kloof, Friends of Baines Kloof, good luck to you.
The most amazing thing is that these walls that were built to prop up the road have no cement at all. To make lime, they had to burn a lot of trees to cook up the lime, and therefore there weren't many trees here, this being Fynbos area here. So they built these things from the ground up using big rocks and then packing them all in like the crevices. There's a big rock here, and then all go there with pieces, all like this. They've been standing here for 150 years. I mean, it's incredible. And on top are all these big rocks that they put to mark the edge of the road. These ones here are all the way down the pass. And you know, you see, I want to show you another very interesting natural geographic feature here. Very, very interesting. Here we have on site the ubiquitous Coke bottle. There. This is a marvelous feature of nature that is right here in the pass. And the thing that fascinates me, here's even a sun-bleached Coke can. Marvelous. 110 milliliters extra. Oh, R4.30 only. Someone held this in their hand, looked out at this panorama here, and threw this into the panorama. Fantastic.
That was to be my first nicotine-deprived rant, and it would be a long way before this trip was to end. The mood changes as I enjoyed the beauty and ate my peanuts and prepared for some more wisdom from my partner Vivian.
A quote by Andrew Gain.
Gain?
Yeah.
That's a volume knob.
A quote by Andrew Bain, therefore.
Yes, Peter.
Can you hear that? Is it the sound of birds?
Yes.
It's gone.
Yes.
Okay.
The quote.
The quote by Mr. Bain. In this frightful terra incognata, everything is repulsive and savagely grand. That's what he saw. He saw this savagery, rocks and canyons, and yet, he says, on the left-hand side of the stream, he sees a road. Now, to me, that's what gets me about this guy. He sees canyons and rocks, and in it, he sees a path, and he builds it.
The coming on to your senses of this entire place involves all of your senses. The cool of the rocks, the richness of the air. It's imbued with all kinds of smells, you know, of life. Mm. The sun, the warmth on the one side. The Volkswagen Passat with the Cape Townian without a hat on. Cape Town, and the Cape is full of men without hats.
Hell of a thing.
Sort of grey hair, you know. He must have known, Andrew Geddes Bain, that when he was building a road through here, that he was going to bring people through here. Okay, initially it was on carts and horses and things, but, you know, he didn't know that there were going to be lorries and stuff coming through here and tourists. Tourists. Hey? I don't think we should tell anybody in the world about this place. What do you think?
You know, I don't think we should publicize this place at all. I think Baines did enough with his road through here. And those who discover it. And those who don't.
Okay, rant number 3 in the can. Awesome spot, and just for me, no one else, just me. If you have the urge to come out here, then whatever you bring with you, take back home, please, man. Okay, so it was 2 of us. And although Viv is an amazing companion, we felt like something was missing. And we were now becoming a travel show and not GNS. We decided that over some tea, we would try and find some kind of solution. We pulled into a spot at the bottom of the pass called the Calabash.
We don't serve tea.
Double coffee, please. Thank you.
Come, you don't know whether you have tea or coffee, no?
Because this is a pub, we drink alcohol here. Do you drink alcohol?
I'm in a non-drinking spree, my dear. I want a cup of tea, please. Organize.
You know what you look like? You look like that Daisy chick from Dow Germiston.
Daisy and Malka, listen, between her and me, we're Germiston's main celebrities. Well done.
You're not going to do anything.
So here is this little upstart of a barman who wants to take some time out, and we happen to be here. He has 2 days off, and we figured, okay, for 2 days.
Being a barman doesn't really pay that much. I'm bored, I'm done.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Okay, but this is not deep.
This is what they say the new South Africa is too much wara and too little tea. Where's the tea? For sack.
Listen.
Get the tea.
I'll be full sack.
If you want it, for sack. He seemed okay, and we had the space. They also, at this spot, decided that we, as so-called celebs, now would be treated well and have a really good meal put on. For a bit of fun, we took Waven for a ride. This was now officially in the Brede Kloof Valley, and it was winter. We had some snow lying around, and we had a river. A very clean river. Waven, if you're going to join us on this journey now, you've got to join an elite club. We have to dope you in this river. And now you must prove that you can come with us on this journey. So you must actually get in this river and get gedoped, going nowhere slowly, start.
Okay, Waven, you're losing points for spontaneity at this stage. The word fee is coming to mind. Doesn't it?
This is honestly one of the most amazing spots to hang out. And honestly, if you do find it, only bring the best of your friends here. Not everyone appreciates this kind of place, and that is how we should try and keep it, and many other spots in South Africa. The color of the water is not because it's dirty, but because it is clean, and that the decaying plants and minerals lying around make it that beautiful brown ale color.
That is bracing, to say the least.
What do we say?
Well,
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Boy.
okay.
I'll tell you what,
Welcome.
it was that second jump. That
was the second jump.
There we go. There we go.
So dear Waven would get his 2 days off, and an evening with some great folks and some good food and wine and stuff.
We at the Calabash, the gateway to the Brede Kloof. You know what, Rookie? You go. You do this.
Okay. We're in Brede Kloof at the Calabash. I'm no longer on that side of the bar, so apparently the service is going to be fantastic now. I'm a bit intimidated by her and the other guy.
The other guy. It's a bit of a clap when you work at your art your whole life and they still call you the other guy. 2 days, maybe.
Tell me.
This entire journey would end up being one of good food and company and amazing places, and this was day one.
Going nowhere slowly, and that's all
Juan said to Carlos Castaneda, most of our energy goes into upholding our self-importance. If we were able to lose some of that importance, two remarkable things would happen. One, we'd be able to save some of our energy from upholding the illusory idea of our importance. And two, we would be able to save enough energy to perhaps catch a glimpse of the grandeur of the universe around us.
Stanley from Bredekloof Tourism. Wherever we've gone now and we speak to people about the place, there's a sparkle in the eye and an excitement. What's the excitement about this place?
Well, I'm glad to hear that because we have done a great job in the last 3 years to really position Bredekloof into a different level. There's a lot of exciting events taking place in Bredekloof. There's fantastic wines, there's great people. We realize that we've got so much more to offer.
So what you're telling me, any region can actually just decide, we are going to have a before and an after picture here. We're going to now create tourism, and you can actually do it.
Exactly. Tourism is such a huge drive and such a draw card. And if you don't use that, I think you're stupid.
I'm not as much into the Cape as other people, but the mountains and the rivers and most of the people are not that bad. The bossies are also really good looking, and with this in mind, we climb into a hole in the mountain we saw from the road and started a new song.
Chili peppers waiting at the bottom for us. We're gonna ride nowhere slowly.
Tell him, brother. The thing about leaving home for me is like, it's just to get out your front door and close it. That's all.
That's it. Once you leave your front door, you are not in your house anymore.
Yeah, once I close that door, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. And then I'm on the road. And then I don't care.
For me, it takes a bit more than that. For me, it's not how far I am or the fact that I'm gone. It's what I do and how I do it. I have to engage first in something. I have to swim in a river or climb a mountain. I can't just look at it and then I'm there. I have to... Ek moet 'n bietjie werk daaraan. That's amazing, eh?
Yeah.
It's actually, yeah, you're right. I agree with you there.
But that's one of the main things I've learned from all of this. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You can have 3 people climbing a mountain and it will mean nothing to the one oak and everything to the other one.
True.
What you do in life is nothing, it's how you do it.
It's actually my first time in a cave. Actual cave. You know what amazes me is the way these rocks stay together and not fall, you know?
Yeah, that's what they call rocks and not sand, bro.
Ish.
So into the earth, maybe not, but music not all bad, and he got my name.
Flowing, getting better in the day that we do. We climbing mountains, just me and Ian too. The wind riding in the sky so good. I don't know what to do, I'm straight out of my hood. Wind trip is how we do it in the streets. I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit of heat. That's probably why I'm dark in complexion. I'm winning this election. Me and Ian 1-2, black and white. We're doing this right. You know how we doing climbing high. I don't know whether to laugh or smile. This is my vibe. I'm doing it like a grown man that's in a child's body. You know me.
The Bredekloof Kloof is a lot about wine, and we found one of the best. And we had some time to kill.
How's it? The one thing I have learned about wine tasting is that if you want to do it well, you must really do it in isolation. So the best thing is not to have it with cheese or in fact with any food at all. Keep your palate clean, and the way I'm doing it now to really get the best out of it, keep your stomach empty. So if you do wine tasting first thing in the morning, you're going to get the best effect.
Now, one thing you don't do with Vivian is argue, as she will win even if she's wrong. She's a genius, after all. The wine here is exquisite and almost indescribable.
To me, a wine it's either lekker or it's mooi. It's difficult to explain lots of beautiful words.
That is marvelous. The taste is really now so enjoyable to me. And what is freaky is how quickly the alcohol gets into your bloodstream. I'm literally going to sit here and wait just for the candle to light. That's how quickly it happens. This is how one should drink.
This is the wine, the sort of premier wine that comes off the estate. It's the Lateghan Family Reserve. There is Willem Hendrik Lateghan, the original winemaker.
It's actually now happening right now. I don't know how it manages, but by the time it gets to my stomach, it's already in my knees. I don't know how that process works, but it's that really lovely, delightful thing. Really why people come to wine tastings, let's be honest. People don't come here for their taste, they come here for this feeling that I'm experiencing now.
This has won numerous prizes, and it came first in a shootout between Australia, New Zealand and South Africa, where in its category it came #1, which is very gratifying to us who follow numerous sports and have to see how our teams are so often bludgeoned into submission.
Now, no, you don't make wine by accident. Now, you're saying you do make wine by accident. God, ek kan nie, wat het ek net gesê? What language was I speaking? Okay. He says you often make wine by accident, but you don't get drunk by accident. You moet oefen. Poster child for you. Pick me for your poster. See, now happiness is a glass of red wine. Oh, how simple is life? How simple is life?
Slowly go. Okay, good start. And we were off deeper into the Brede Kloof for fishing. To Robertson to meet a crazy Dutchman, and chill smelling the fynbos and whatever came our way.